Welcome to Realms of Reality News, where today's stories are truthful, uplifting, and grounded. Let's begin.
What if buildings didn't just stand in cities, but actively helped clean them? In places like Mexico and parts of Europe, engineers are designing structures made with special materials that can actually break down air pollution. It sounds almost impossible, but these surfaces, often called smog-eating coatings, use sunlight to trigger a chemical reaction that neutralizes harmful pollutants in the air. As sunlight hits the building, pollution particles are transformed into less harmful substances and washed away by rain. It's quiet, invisible, but constant. Some buildings are already making measurable differences in the air around them. And now, the idea is spreading into sidewalks, tunnels, and even road surfaces. It's a shift in thinking. Cities don't just have to contain pollution, they can begin to fight back. As cities grow and farmland becomes more limited, a new kind of agriculture is beginning to rise, not on land, but on water. Floating farms, once an unusual experiment, are now becoming a serious solution in places like Netherlands, where space is limited and innovation is essential. These farms sit on platforms in harbors and urban waterways, producing vegetables, dairy, and even eggs right where people live. They use advanced systems like hydroponics, recycling water and nutrients in carefully controlled environments. And because they float, they can adapt to rising sea levels, making them especially valuable in a changing climate. But perhaps the most surprising part is how local they are. Food grown just meters away from where it's consumed. Fewer trucks, less transport, lower emissions. It's farming reimagined, not by expanding outward, but by thinking differently about space itself. For decades, rivers across Europe were controlled, redirected, and confined. Dams were built, channels were straightened, nature was managed. But now, something remarkable is happening. In countries like France and Spain, rivers are being set free again. Old dams are being removed, concrete banks are being broken apart, floodplains are being restored. And almost immediately, life returns. Fish begin to migrate again. Birds reappear. Wetlands rebuild themselves. It's called rewilding, not creating something new, but allowing something old to come back. And in many cases, these restored rivers are not only better for wildlife, they're also better for people, reducing flood risk and improving water quality. It's a powerful reminder. Sometimes progress isn't about adding more control. It's about knowing when to let go.
A moment that shaped the world we know today. Let's take a look.
On this day, in 1937, a moment meant to mark arrival turned into disaster. The airship LZ-129 Hindenburg was preparing to land after crossing the Atlantic, but within moments, it caught fire. The event unfolded quickly, shocking those who watched and those listening around the world. It marked the end of an era, a time when airships were seen as the future of travel. After that day, the world turned toward new technologies and different paths forward. It is a reminder that progress is not always a straight line. Sometimes it changes direction suddenly, and in doing so, reshapes what comes next.
You've been watching RR News. In a world full of noise, choose clarity. We'll be here, shining the light when it matters most. Until next time, stay aware, stay grounded, and keep seeking truth. Good night.